What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Core Report. This past week, we saw Big T calling his shot in the Discord before shipping over $150K in PGA.
You don't know what you're missing if you're not in our premium Discord. Big T literally handed the winners to our subscribers before lock, giving away his strategy of mixing specific early start golfers into his player pool. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to use the promo code RPSHeater25 to knock 25% off your first payment on monthly or weekly subscriptions, not including SaberSim.
Our DFS side wasn't the only one to crush this weekend. Keg and Coop were on fire with NASCAR betting winners yet again, clearing over 11 units on Keg's live betting show.
Keg streams over 40 hours weekly of live premium betting content and is regularly picking winners with the bets team. For only $40 a month, you can access the Kegcast and start crushing responsibly too. You will also want to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get Keg, Coop, and JJ's early thoughts on the NASCAR DFS and betting slate weekly every Sunday before lock. Our viewers crush. Just ask Pinto Got Flow, who shipped $14K after using Big T's winners from the 4th of July MLB show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and set your alerts so you don't miss out.
As always, congrats to our premium members on some big hits recently.
Landa has been on a heater, hitting for 2K and 3K in back-to-back slates. Rookie B making cash, shipped over 6,500 in esports. King D3 hit for over 10K in MLB this weekend. B Dozer shipped 50K in PGA on DraftKings.
And shout out to our guy AP for hitting 10K in tennis this weekend. As a reminder, all sports are included in our low monthly subscription. That is all for this week. We will see you next time.
Buenos dias. It's a wonderful day in the baseball streets. Why? Well, because I'm here, first of all. It's wonderful to see everybody. Hold it, Kushner. Gary, who is so scary. Gary, what's your last name? What is it?
Dunk them like you do basketballs and donuts and everything else.
Gary Duncan? I like that. Good
no,
for you, Gary.
You're not saying it correct.
What is it?
Duncan.
Title, I'm not even going to mess with that, man. This, it was my fault because sometimes I go try and learn things about people, and it's a horrible idea. Hello, Title Town. Welcome back to the show. It was nice. Yesterday, everybody said it was such a tough slate. Guess what we did? We slayed it. All of us. We killed that slate. It was a beautiful slate last night. And congrats to Hoop. Again, hope you wreck your wife tonight, dude, because you deserve many trips to the workbench. Was that a double 100K hit or just one hit?
I think it was just one, but I think he had another one last week.
Oh, God.
It's just nightly with him and Big T.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. And that gets us into the members never win thing. And the members still win too, but people get upset that our coordinators win. And they're like, oh, these guys are always winning. And I'm like, well, you know what? When you're a member, you get their cores and you get all of their thoughts behind the paywall. So there's a lot to do here. This is an interesting slate too. I guess we have to start with the Houston news Title. So they got some health and safety protocols. Altuve is not playing, but not because of that. He's taking ground ball, scheduled day off, but that'll be something to keep an eye on. And hopefully that starting lineup doesn't change because we all like Houston tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like, it could be like media or something like that. Like they haven't said anything about specific players. Their lineup's already out, but they're shutting down like media stuff and that. So just something to note. Hopefully the game goes on. There's definitely some interesting pieces in Houston, but we're going to go on like it's planned to play, but just something to note. Yeah.
Gary, good evening. Dugolo, whatever the hell your last name is. I'll just call you Gary. You're so scary. I like your beard, first of all. Second of all, what's your thoughts on tonight's slate? We got some top tier pitching. We got a 5K pitcher on DK that a lot of us are feeling pretty good about. Couple really nice spots offensively. What's your take overall on the slate, my friend?
Yeah, it's completely different than last night. We were devoid of any real good pitching options yesterday. We just, point and click and fill in your offenses and then point and click. And then, you're good to go. I mean, Hoop shipped with a negative in his lineup last night. So
yeah,
That's definitely not going to be the case tonight because we have some top flight pitchers here on tonight's slate. We have some really good umpires in a couple spots that are going to even, make these top tier pitchers even better. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I think there might be a sneaky offense that I like that might surprise some people.
You got a sneaky offense for us tonight.
Yes.
Is it the Braves?
I can't tell you that, Holden.
If you say it's the Braves,
it's a cliffhanger, Holden.
Huh?
It's a cliffhanger, Holden. It's a cliffhanger.
I know. Every day the cliffhanger ends up being the Braves, though. All right, I got it. We got to start moving here, Title. I got to find out what Gary. Do you have a fly? What are you doing?
Yeah,
Something
like this little thing, and it's really annoying me. I'm over here swatting it. It's pissing me off. It's gone right now.
It reminds me like the Adam Gase press conference from years ago when he was just his eyes were freaking out. You're freaking out on the screen over there.
Yeah, it reminds me like Big T when he had his hair that he was trying to get.
God,
that doesn't move. This thing's moving.
Yeah, 100%. Lot going on here. What's up, fellas? Thanks for the show. Yes, Holden, I'm banging the like button. Thanks, Lil Biz. Great to see Uncle T in here today. Mike saying hi. Of course, Twatty Lottie. I miss him. Mr. 2 Newtown, whatever the hell you do. Will you please come back and start handicapping for us already? You're too good. Get out of the closet over here. Let's go. Let's go with this slate. You know what, Title? Gary's feeling a little saucy today. I'm feeling a little pushback from him, and I like it. So I think we should go to him first on the pitchers. Gary, before we even get into the top shelf, guys, what do you think of our boy Brian Bello tonight? 5K pitching for the Red Sox against the Rays. Here's a kid that Pedro Martinez absolutely loves. He's got 114 Ks and 85 innings between AA and AAA this year. I mean, at 5K, we don't need too much out of him, do we?
Yeah, this is definitely not the Spencer Howard of yesterday. This guy has legit pedigree. He's been, phenomenal throughout his minor league career. And he's fully stretched out too, which is an important thing. You're seeing 90+ pitches out of him against the Tampa Bay lineup. I'm not really scared of long term. So I'm definitely going to have a lot of them here at the 5K price tag in order to fit some big bats. So yeah, I'm definitely on the Bello train today.
Well, who else are you on? What other train are we on here? We got Nola Freed up top. Severino's at Pittsburgh tonight. Mikolas on the other side of Freed. Josiah Gray has shown some good starts here. I don't know if I want to go up against Philly with him, though. God, they priced up Mitch White to 9.9. Hey, Pepois yesterday did well for us, didn't he? Pepo, he helped us out. He was up there at 9.9, but he did really well on FanDuel. So, Gary, break down pitching for us, please.
Yeah, starting at the top. It's going to start with Aaron Nola tonight. He's got the highest projection by a couple points here. He's projected to be the highest owned, and he's got the best umpire for pitchers in the league, and Bill Miller. It checks all the boxes. The one thing, I haven't seen the Nationals lineup yet. I know they rested a couple of their big guys yesterday. But if they're resting people again here today, it's just all systems go with Nola. I still like him though, regardless of the lineup. Just an incredible matchup here. Bill Miller behind the plate. But yeah, like him a ton. And the other guy that people are going to probably pair him with tonight is Christian Javier, 9,300. He gets Stevie Boynton's friend, Brennan Miller. It's Stevie Boynton's boy behind the plate tonight. He's got a really big zone too. So he's going to be a favorable pitcher's umpire moving forward. This guy's just been incredible the last 2 starts. 45 DraftKings points in each of the last 2 starts. Definitely not going to expect that again tonight, but I think against this Kansas City team, I think we could see 20, 25. I think 25 would be a good expected outcome here. Great matchup. Love him a lot. And then the other guy, there's only one more guy above 9K that I personally like. I'm going to have a little bit of Max Fried here. I just like the ownership. 9,900, little expensive. I'm showing 15% ownership. Scary lineup against Arenado and Goldie. But, man, this guy's just been super consistent all season, getting us 20 to 25 DraftKings points. basically every start, going 6-7 innings. So definitely like him. I see some ownership on Luis Severino against Pittsburgh. While on the surface, that might seem to be like a good play. I'm just not going to go there. Over the last month or so, these Pittsburgh Pirates, man, they have really been hitting the ball really well. And I'm showing 8 lefties in the lineup, which is really not good for Severino in this spot. So I'm just gonna stay away from Severino. And going down here, I think there's only one more guy that I would have interest in other than the Bello guy. In MME, I will have a little bit of Josiah Gray in this spot. 8,200. He's been really good lately. He really struggles with lefties, which is really bothersome when you talk about Schwarber and that rookie kid that they called up. But man, he also gets Bill Miller behind the plate. So plus umpire for him. I will have him in the mix in MME as well. But that's it for me.
That's a lot though, Gary. Thank you for that breakdown. We'll go to Titletown now. Title, let's start with our boy, Brian Fellows. You're probably not old enough to understand that reference, but Brian Bello at 5K, how are we not locking him in?
Yeah, I mean, I think pitcher is very, very easy today, unlike yesterday. I was hoping you were going to go to me first because, Gary, I mean, I knew he'd spit all the facts.
I'll go to you first in offense then.
No, I mean, everything Gary said makes a lot of sense. Brian Bello for sure. As Gary mentioned, this isn't the Spencer Howard. Like, this is their top prospect. He is stretched out. If he pitches well, he could go 7 innings. He could go 8 innings. He has it all. He's 5K on DraftKings. He's 6K on FanDuel. It's hard not to like him for sure. Strikeout prop 4.5, some juice on the over. Definitely like him. Outside of him, yeah, it's Aaron Nola and Christian Javier are the 2 clear guys up top for me. And you look at the extreme pitcher umpires, like Gary was saying, that's just an easy way. Like you look at Bello, he has a hitter's umpire there. It's not enough to take me off by any means, but extreme pitcher Bill Miller, extreme pitcher Brennan Miller. I don't know if those dudes are brothers or something, but man, they might as well be. Man, like how do you not go against Javier, who has back-to-back 45 pieces? He's only 9.3K. He should be 10.5K. Aaron Nola should be 11K in this spot. Like FanDuel's done a good job with their pricing as of late with pitching. And DraftKings used to do it. Now they're just way too cheap and they're so easy to jam in. Yeah. So those are my 3 favorite pitchers by far. Ownership will be with Javier and Nola. I'm fine with that. Outside of them, if I'm making a pivot, I get what Gary's saying about Max Fried. My guy would be Luis Severino, but for everything Gary said, that's why like this Pirates team is not what they were a month ago with O'Neal Cruz, Jack Sawinski. They got a lot of lefties in the lineup. There's still strikeouts in the lineup. Severino still had multiple double-digit strikeout performances. So he could go out here and get up 30 piece for you at 15% or something like that, which is why I think he is in play for GPPs. But I can't put him in the same tier as Nola, as Javier, or even that Bello guy when we're saving, what is that, 400 or 4.1K, dropping all the way down. So there's pretty much 3 pitchers for me, Nola, Javier, Bello. I'm just not overthinking it today.
Gary, I'm just going to get you this Nats lineup here. So last night, Cruz was scratched late, and that really helped us. Tonight, it's Cesar Hernandez. Soto's back in the lineup. Bell, Yadiel Hernandez hitting cleanup. Kybert's hitting 5th, and it's Luis Garcia, Lane Thomas, Irie Adrianza, and Victor Robles. So if the case wasn't strong enough for Nola, I think it's even stronger now, right?
I mean, that's a pretty crappy lineup outside of 2 guys. I mean, you got to worry about Juan Soto and Josh Bell, who's just been really incredible this year. But yeah, I definitely love me some Nola.
All right. Does that bump Nola up for you, Title?
Can't bump him too much farther, but yeah.
You already love him enough.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh boy. All right. Let me read our marketing points here. Okay. First of all, I told you members never win, right, people? Since members never win, they always do win. Will you hit the like button for us? Just make it easy. I don't want to say this thing a million times. What did we get to 300 yesterday? They were good. They got us to 300, right? Yep. So let's try it again. Let's get to 300, 372 watch and 118 on the likes. You hit the like button. That helps us get our product out there more. That helps us get us product out there more. We give you more shows. That's the first thing. Second of all, subscribers, come on. You can do it too. We take care of you. You had Hoops Core last night. You get all the cores today. You're fine. Let's go. Like button would be nice. Number 2, members never win. Time for that. Landa. I don't know what Landa was playing. Is Landa just was he MLB or golf? 2K and 3K back-to-back slates.
MLB.
Baseball, yeah, he's a badass. Big Landa guy. Rookie be making cash, 6,500 in esports. King D3, 10K in baseball. Also in baseball, our boy Pinto. Pinto got flow with 14K. I see B Dozer hit for 50K in PGA. Our boy Hoop, 100K in MLB. And Big T, another 150K in PGA. Called his shot in Discord. He was like, hey, this is who you're playing. Then he went out and he won. Hoop got what, negative 37 yesterday. And then out of his pitcher spot, like the rest of us, except he ended up cash. I've never seen a cash where you get negative points out of your starter. That's the first time I've seen that, guys. Does anybody else?
How that slate was yesterday, man.
Is that what
nuts.
It was? You just get away with it.
Like Luis Garcia didn't pitch well, but you took that 16 and you were happy with it at the end of the night.
Yeah. I was thrilled with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was nice. Okay, let's get right back into the only lineup we're waiting for is the Orioles. I'm wondering if that's because we're waiting on the Mountcastle news. We also don't have the Pirates lineup yet. And then the late games, San Francisco, the Rockies, and the Dodgers.
We went from the only lineup we're waiting on to like half the slate we're waiting on.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I went through, I found a lot more.
Because you made me double check when you were saying that.
Wait, Gary. How many games did the Giants suck all of a sudden, man? The Giants suck.
I mean, yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
Merrill Kelly?
I mean, no thanks. No?
I
don't think you need to on this slate. I mean, don't overthink pitching, like Title said. Just pay for the yesterday. And throw in Bello, and I mean, yesterday's like he said, like yesterday, yeah, sure, we can do that, but not tonight.
Not bothering with it tonight. Okay, Title Town. Time to go game by game. We'll start with that Washington Philly game. The question is, because we're not messing against Nola, right? Not with this garbage lineup. The question is, what Philly bats are you interested in? If you're interested in any Philly bats, Josiah Gray will put together like 3 amazing innings and then he'll get shelled 1 inning. Do you want anything to do with the Phillies tonight in Philadelphia?
Yeah, they're an interesting spot because you look at, I mean, there's some bad pitchers on this slate. When we get to some teams that we can target, Josiah Gray is definitely more talented than a lot of these other teams that we can attack. They have Bill Miller behind the mound or behind the dish too, which you don't love that when you get to hitters. But they got him 5 implied total. It's 86 in Philly. I mean, Kyle Schwarber, like I said yesterday, if you're playing the Phillies, he has to be in your stack. He's the first one in your Philly stack. Outside of that, Derek Hall stands out in the 4-hole. He's only 2.8K. You only can play him or Hoskins, but I definitely would go to Derek Hall. Then I don't mind, like, if you want to go full punt second base, or not almost full punt, but Bryson Stott, 2.5K at second base. Abdul Herrera is down there, 2.7. I think it's more of a mini stack for me, and I would do a wraparound, and Kyle Schwarber would be in it. I'd save some salary with the bottom. Schwarber would be an expensive piece. Hall's not too expensive either, but I don't see myself 5-manning Philly today. I think there's some better spots.
You know, I think that's interesting there, Gary. No 5-manning here. Again, you can get some salary relief if you end up having to have some, if you don't go down low on pitching there and kind of balance things out. But he's right. Like Schwarber doesn't stop. Castellanos bumped up to 3. Derek Hall's not going to cost you very much. You talked about Stott. You know, this Phillies lineup, if you don't want a 5-man it, could you go with some one-offs here or a mini stack?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely prefer the mini stacks here. Definitely prefer the lefties specifically. Josiah Gray has been pretty good against right-handed bats. So I'm not going to have any Hoskins tonight. I'm only going to have Derek Hall in my pool for mini stacks here. Definitely Kyle Schwarber. I mean, and you go to the bottom of the lineup too, like Title said, they're all going to be lower owned down here. Stott, Herrera, Didi. I'm probably going to just X out all the righties. I mean, that might be a wrong approach or whatever. But Gray is a top prospect. He was traded away for some pretty big players. And I think he's going to he's been figuring some stuff out too here over the last month or so. But he still really struggles versus the lefties. So yeah, just mini stacks for me. Definitely prefer other full stacks.
And they're easy. If you like Gary Xing out the righties, the lefties, you get a second base who's very cheap, one outfielder in Herrera, Didi at shortstop, Hall first base, Schwarber in the outfield, but they're easy team to stack. You don't have to use all your outfield spots, which we always talk about.
Nope. You can mix it in a little bit, and there's a few different ways to go. What is a butthole, Dupass? That's Butthole Jenkins. Don't mess with him. That's all I can say. Do not mess with Butthole Jenkins. He's one of our favorite here at RPS, Dupe. And what's up, Dupe? We're doing great, buddy. Thanks for asking. We appreciate that. The chat's going bananas today. Love it. The like button's at 155. We're already over halfway there. And we're not even halfway through the show. So we got some good mojo rolling today. I like how we're doing. Title, I'll go back to you for our next game. And then don't worry about it, Gary. You get first on the one after that. But the game I stacked last night is the game I'm probably going to stack again today, guys. I just waiting for this Orioles lineup. I wish Mountcastle was in there. The dude had a perfect matchup. Cedric Mullins is on. Like, he is back right now. He is totally locked in. There's a lot of guys in this team that I like, Title, up and down. And it's not just the Baltimore side, too. I mean, Spencer Watkins, I get it. He's come back. He's had a couple of nice starts, but he's been shady as well. So break this game down from both sides.
Yeah, I mean, I like this game. We were talking a little pre-show. You said you like the game stack, and it's hard not to. I mean, I like the Baltimore side a lot more. You look at Glenn Otto, he is cheeks. You look at his last two performances, they're in the negatives. Man, how do you not like a little Baltimore? And this lineup, I know we talk about a decent amount, but I like this Baltimore lineup top to bottom, really. I don't like the Camden Yards, which is why I don't always play them if they're up against a solid pitcher. But we have two pretty bad bullpens in this game. It's 85 degrees there. Yesterday, we saw this game go off as well. So I like the Baltimore side. I think they're a very interesting 5-man stack. This total has come up a little throughout the day. Sitting at 10, I see right now. Maybe it's gone to 9.5, but total's been climbing. Baltimore, I really, really like. I think Spencer Watkins is definitely better than Glenn Otto. I wouldn't mind like a Corey Seager. You can always play a Corey Seager. Mitch Garver in the 3-hole at catcher. He's someone that I always used to play. But man, Jonah Hines right there in the 5-hole. I still prefer Garver, I think. But one of those catchers would be in my mini stacks for sure. And then you got Nate Lowe in the 4-hole, 3.9K. Probably a mini stack for Texas. I don't think I get to a 5-man. I don't like Charlie Culberson, Tavares down there. I'm not going to play those dudes. But I think you can 5-man stack Baltimore. I do like this game.
Here's why I don't mind Texas, guys. And Gary talked to me about this. The Orioles bullpen. It is so much fun to pick on. It really is. So, the Orioles could throw a starter out there, 5 no-hit innings. Just wait, because their bullpen's coming in. And that's what happened yesterday. I mean, Texas put up 9 runs, most of them against a bullpen. It was amazing. Texas, Baltimore. Do you like either side here?
I mean, like y'all, I definitely like the Baltimore side here a lot better. Glenn Otto, I mean, he is almost Jose Urena bad, and we'll get to him later. But, I mean, he's really bad at baseball. Definitely like Cedric Mullins. Like this whole lineup, top to bottom. You can stack it up however you want. I don't think I'm going to have – I mean, I understand the Texas love here, but I don't think I'm personally going to go here on this slate. Looking at Spencer Watkins' numbers this year, I mean, he's just been really, really bad against right-handed bats. And he's actually been really pretty good against left-handed bats. And I'm seeing 7 or 8 lefties in this lineup, 7 lefties in this lineup. I get the bullpen aspect. I mean, I pull up their numbers versus right-handed pitching over the last, this season and the last 30 days or so. And it's just not really that good. I'm not personally going to be on Texas here. Just other spots I like better, but definitely going to have a lot of Baltimore here.
Yeah, so we're looking. It's going to be kind of chalky then. Is that we get different? We get different a lot.
I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, like Gary's saying, your rain is down there. We'll talk about with the Dodgers implied total over 6. I mean,
yeah,
I wouldn't worry about ownership in this one.
All right, very good. Like button would be great. Remember, we got a whole bunch of great stuff going on at RPS right now too. RunPureSports.com. The code is GetBets. When you sign up, you get a month free on the bet side. JJ, Uncle Dunkle, Joey Work, killing baseball right now. Although, I mean, let's face it, the real star of that Sunday show is me. I'm 8-2 in my last 10 picks. I must say I'm bloviating today, and I'm pumping myself up finally because Big T wants us to talk more about ourselves. So that's it. That's all I'll say. We got that. We've got Spread Astaire, Wimbledon. He's been killing Wimbledon. Big NBA guy. Tyler with the player props. Keg, of course, with the Keg cast. So check out the bet side too. A lot of good stuff going on the bet side. We're going to get back to the baseball side though, Gary. And we got the Yankees in Pittsburgh, and the Yankees had some issues last night. They had some issues hitting in Pittsburgh, and I just wonder if there's any reason to target either team tonight at PNC.
I mean, I'm probably not going to do it. I understand the reasoning behind the Yankees here. Rizzo is out of the lineup, and they have Matt Carpenter in there, and everybody loves to play Matt Carpenter nowadays because he's been hitting bombs when he's in the lineup. He's only 3,700. I guess I don't hate it. I'm not going to be full stacking the Yankees here, though, just like a few other spots. And same with Pittsburgh. I mean, I know I said I don't really like Severino. But I mean, I guess if you're MMEing, if you want to really get different, you can do it. I mean, they're all really cheap. You could probably fit them pretty well with 2 stud pitchers. But I mean, you got Brian Reynolds, Sawinski, Vogelbach, Gamble, O'Neill Cruz. You got all these lefties in here that can do damage versus right-handed pitching. I'm probably not going to do it. I prefer Baltimore for sure on the cheaper guys. So yeah, I'm not going to have much of this game at all.
Yeah, title. I mean, if one of these guys go off, then one of these teams go off, then good. Unfortunately, it's not going to be any of the 3 of us is what I'm sensing.
Yeah, I mean, PNC Park, I don't love taking hitters there. It's not 95, 100 degrees like it was a couple of weeks ago when Pittsburgh and the Cubs were chalk for that series. It's 80 degrees. They don't have Rizzo in the lineup. Matt Carpenter, sure, he's a lot cheaper than Rizzo. He has been swinging a hot bat this year. He's 1st and 3rd eligible. So if I stack them, Judge is for sure in my stack. Stanton's for sure in my stack. Carpenter falls right in the middle at dual position. So that would be how I 3-man it. If you wanted to go Glaber, Donaldson, something, but I just don't like that bottom of the order. And I mean, I don't think Mitch Keller is any good. But I think there's some worse pitchers like Glenn Otto, like Urania and stuff we're going to talk about. So I'm not going to have maybe a mini stack at best for the Yankees.
Little mini stack action. Okay. I'm coming right back to you then. Let's go to Tampa Bay, Boston, because we got our boy Brian Bello on the mound. Boston offense at home, but what do we got here? We got a nice little pitching matchup against Kluber. Do we really want to pick on Kluber when there's other places to pick on guys? I know he's coming off a horrible start in Toronto. And to me, he doesn't have much upside, but I feel like Boston just isn't in the cards tonight.
I mean, I faded this game yesterday, and man, both these teams got off to a hot start. So, I mean, yeah, it shows that's baseball. I'm going to go right back to it, though. I'm not going to be picking on Kluber. I like Bello. It's an 8-game slate, so it's a pass for me. But, yeah, I mean, we saw yesterday they got out to a hot start.
Gary, you want to do anything here?
Yeah, nothing for me. I mean, this Boston team has just been lost outside of last night. Recently, I'm looking at their last 30 data here versus right-handed pitching, and I'm seeing a 317 WOBA versus right-handed pitching over the last 30 days. I'm gonna have a pass on this game for bats.
We just had a question here: is the Baltimore game going to play? And I'm just looking at my little weather.gov over here. Let's see. Temperatures going to be dropping.
It looks like to me, it looked like all games should play today, but that is one of the concerns. Like
it's a flood warning, and there's actually a 60% chance of precip between 7 and 9 p.m. So you're going to want to tread lightly. I'm not staying away from it. I think they'll do whatever they can to get this game in.
We're still 2 hours away. Like we'll be in Discord, DC, and all of them will be up to lock. Right now, though, like you can't say like stay away right now. I would assume the game plays. If you like them, build lineups with it. But yeah, check back in Discord, check the live show because there is some concern, I guess.
Yeah,
this part of the country at this time of the year during the summer. I mean, I'm in Eastern Virginia, Southeastern Virginia. It's just pop-up storms. I mean, it's probably humidity. It probably feels like 105 right now outside where I'm at. So
I mean, that was a big reason why I love that game yesterday too. That weather was freaking perfect, man.
I just miss that old Camden Yards, man. I played them every when Coors was on the slate, Camden wasn't perfect. When Camden was on, Coors wasn't. Yeah. I mean, old Texas Stadium too, the same way. I miss my ballparks.
Globe Life Field. Yep. And all they did was move left field back. You can still a short porch in right field, isn't it?
I mean, it is not even close. The roof's always closed. I mean, it's not.
No, I'm talking about Baltimore. Like there's still a porch in right field. But
but left field.
There's 3 fly balls last night that would have been out last year.
Yeah,
anything close to the warning track would have been out last year. A like button would be great. Where are we right now? 179 with 419 watching. You guys are doing great. Wonderful tonight. Rock Allen, 95 here in Atlanta. I think Acuna goes yard tonight. He's due. Gary, we got a little bit of everything here. We got your favorite team. We got some weather. We got a home run. I mean, that was everything we kind of needed there. And we'll get into Atlanta here in just a moment, but spectacular breakdown there, buddy. Guess what? St. Louis, Atlanta time. Max Fried and Mr. Mikolas. Is this the sleeper, the crazy surprise sleeper you're going to, Gary? Did you find anything on the Braves tonight?
I definitely am in on the Braves tonight. I think Mikolas is going to get destroyed in this spot. I think this Atlanta lineup is like the perfect. I mean, so I'm looking at their last 30 data and their season data. I'm seeing 5 or 6 guys here with fly ball rates over 45%. That is really what you want to see against a heavy ground ball pitcher like Mikolas, Swanson, Olsen, Riley, Darno, Ozuna, even Harris down there in the 9 hole. He's always 5% owned, and he keeps on raking. I definitely love this team tonight. I'm going to have a ton of Brave stacks, and I'm expecting them to come in probably less than 10% owned on both sites. So, yeah, I'm not all in on the Braves because I like another spot too, but I'm pretty close to it.
What are you thinking here, Title Town? Are you going with Gary here, or are you staying away from this game?
I mean, you can never say no to the Braves just because how stacked their lineup is top to bottom. But like you look at it, like Mikolas isn't one of the pitchers that stands out like a Glenn Otto, like a Urania. We're going to get to Brad Keller, who I think's a lot worse. Like, man, he's solid, I think, at the end of the day. It is very warm there. If I do play the Braves, I would play Orlando Arcia because he's second and third base eligible. He's 3.4K. He's right by Michael Harris, who we talk about every show. He is almost always in my Brave stacks. You wrap it around with Acuna. That's how I'd approach it. I'm not playing Eddie Rosario, that's for sure. Don't mind the other guys, but I mean, I like other spots more on this slate. So I don't like him nearly as much as Gary. No surprise there, but hey, Gary likes him a little bit. Team total's good. He's right about the ownership. They're not going to be chalk Braves like we see a lot throughout the slate. Or we see a lot of slates. So yeah, I mean, they're not at the top of my list. When I list my 3 favorite stacks, they probably won't be in it, but you can never say no to the Braves.
Guys, can we go back to this Baltimore lineup here for just a second? Because they're taking on Glenn Otto tonight. If it's not the Dodgers with the best lineup, these guys have it. No Mountcastle again, which is kind of a bummer. But Mullins, Mancini, Santander, Hayes. I'm fine with the top 4. Rutschman, Ramon Urias at 3rd. Odor has hit a home run in 2 of 3. McKenna, Mateo at the bottom of the lineup. How would we attack this Baltimore lineup here? Is this kind of like a, let's throw an Odor in there with a 1 through 4 or 1 through what? How do you want to attack this, guys? Talk to me here. I personally want your opinions.
Yeah,
my own lineup.
Someone was asking me that in chat, and I mean, I was hoping McKenna was in the lineup and it was going to be Mountcastle as well. But man, like I said, I would play Mateo in the 9 hole. What is he? 2.9K. He fills out the shortstop position. Odor's 3.2K. He fills out the second base position. McKenna, man, he's the one I said I wouldn't play yesterday, and he went deep, of course. So maybe in the cheap outfield position, he's definitely my least favorite. Like Urias, definitely don't mind him. Adley Rutschman, if you want to fill out your catcher position, I say 1 through 9. Maybe no McKenna, you skip him, but like, of course, you said that yesterday. He goes deep. We talk about Bregman. He goes deep. Like at the end of the day, I'll just say 1 through 9.
Hazer, Santander, Gary.
I always prefer Santander for whatever reason. I don't know if that's right, right or wrong, but I just think Santander is a better hitter than Hayes is.
This is still a lineup that can get the job done tonight.
I like it. I mean, sure. I like Mateo down there. I like Odor. And
Mateo can steal some bags too. I mean, he's fast. He's like one of the fastest dudes in Major League Baseball. I mean, he just had a stolen base yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be more down on him, and then I watched him a little more, and I like him. And it's the shortstop position. Like you love seeing the shortstop, third base, second base, like just an easy way to fill them out in your stacks.
And they're cheap. I mean, Odor and Mateo. I mean, I really like Odor, Mateo. Like, I love filling out the middle of the infield in my stacks and leaving the outfield where most of the big bats are.
Yeah, the only thing is that kind of fucks up my Dodgers mini, but.
Well, yeah, I mean, but like that's like for the Yankees. Like, I don't love the Yankees today, but if I get the Baltimore and then I can get in Stanton and Judge, like, yeah, sign me up for that. Yeah,
no, there's no question. No question. A very interesting order at this point. Okay, thanks for the help, guys. Like button. You know what, Gary? I'm going to let you sell the site for a second. When people sign up for RPS, when we're done with this show, if you're not a subscriber, what are you missing out on? What are you doing?
I mean, so I do the playbook, a few days a week. I mean, we just have people in here grinding every day. Stevie's on the playbook today. Uncle T does the playbooks on Sundays and Mondays. I have a free article Monday through Wednesday. There's premium articles that go out every day. And AP, Glock, they do those. The Discord. We just had a member last night. I mean, he put a single entry, a single lineup into a big GPP in the night slate last night, shipped 25K. I mean, we're just chopping it up. I mean, we're not going to have legitimate, like on the site, late slate information. But if you're in the Discord, we'll be giving out some nuggets for that. But yeah, Hoop and Big T every other day. It seems like they're shipping 100K in baseball. So I don't know what you're doing if you're not a member.
Yeah, and they're really giving you the core. So, yeah. You get a chance to sit there and read it. Okay. 3 more games to go, boys. No Altuve, no Gurriel for Houston tonight, Gary. That being said, this is still Houston. Nobody could stop Jordan right now. We called the home run last night. He hit it. I see in chat we got a Tucker home run call. Like, how popular are the Astros tonight? And how popular should they be against Keller?
I like him really. I like him right up there with the Braves tonight, even with Altuve and Gurriel not in the lineup. Dubon leading off 2,400. He feels you can put him in shortstop, multi-position eligibility. Really like that. Pena has just been on an absolute tear, 4,200. What a stud this kid is. But yeah, I'll continue playing him. Everybody top to bottom in this lineup, I don't have any issues with anybody in this lineup against Brad Keller. So, yeah, definitely love the stack. Kyle Tucker, 5,100. He's just the king of, I've lined out to the warning track. It seems like every night Stevie Boynton's going crazy in the chat saying he just missed a homer. But, man, this lineup looks really good, even without Gurriel. And I actually probably like it a little bit more because you get that, that cheap leadoff shortstop. And I don't think he's going to be that highly owned either. Because you got a couple big boy. The Dodgers. They just have a massive total. They're going to command so much ownership on this slate. Trey Turner's just going to be how owned is Trey Turner on this slate? But yeah. So I definitely like Houston a ton here.
And you can't just do a silly 1 through. You can't do a 1 through 4, 1 through 5. Dubon is leading off today. Anybody interested in Dubon?
Yeah,
I just said, yeah.
I'm building my lineup while you're talking about that. I was actually messing with Houston, so my bad, Gary. But I actually am.
Shortstop. Put him at shortstop. Don't put him at shortstop, not in the outfield.
Shortstop and not in the outfield.
I will say the problem is, and this is where it gets tough.
Then you can't get Pena.
And Aledmus Diaz down there, who I talked about yesterday. I was like, I want to play Pena. I want to play Diaz. They both go deep, thankfully, but you have to pick one of them, and that's a tough spot. And now Dubon there. If I stack the Astros, which I definitely like the Astros, I like going Dubon in one of the outfield spots and then picking Pena or Diaz because you already are like, there's only so many combinations. A lot of people will play Dubon in the shortstop position, and you just get multiple right there. 2 shortstops. You play one in the outfield, who people are going to mainly play him at the shortstop position. Pena has all the upside in the world. I don't mind Diaz there. Kyle Tucker was hurtful yesterday as the SO play of the day. Jordan went deep as we all expected. How do you not like this Astros team? Of course, monitor the health and safety concerns that we're all expecting it's going to play and stuff. But yeah, Astros are.
They are a little easier to stack on FanDuel. Just looking at Dubon is shortstop and outfield over there too. Pena's shortstop, but then you got
Diaz has all the positions, right? Like second, short, third.
Yeah. So that makes it a little easier to stack them on FanDuel for sure. But I think they're going to be more popular on FanDuel because of that too.
Really? Okay. 2 more games to go, boys. Title: San Francisco, Arizona. San Francisco can't hit a lick right now. As far as Arizona goes, why bother? To me, you tell me. This used to be a team personally that I would just auto start against left-handed pitching. And tonight it's Alex Cobb, though, so it really doesn't matter. So talk to me here. What do we got with the Giants and the Diamondbacks? Title?
Pass.
Gary?
Yeah, same for me. I mean, you just got two mediocre pitchers, but they don't really get show, and two mediocre to below average offenses. I'm gonna pass.
There's some questions here in the chat. Gary, do you like Harris or Rosario tonight?
Well, it's definitely Harris. It's always Harris. The dude is going to win Rookie of the Year, and he's a stud.
Thank you, Dupe. Gavis, Holden doing his lineups during the show as they call out the picks. LOL. I mean, come on, guys, give me a break. I'm on a time crunch here today. Okay,
that's what he does on the premium shows always. Now
now you get to see it out here. It's the premium shows we say a lot of bad words. That's my favorite part about the premium show. You get to really know the hosts and the analysts. Here we got to be on our good behavior. We don't want to get kicked off, except for JT Hayes. He'll say whatever's on his mind. But the rest of us, we got to behave. We don't want to get booted off of YouTube. But if you're a subscriber, you really get to know us. And then you realize I'm a sick bastard. So, Gary, let's go. Let's target Jose Urena today, who I didn't really realize was around still. He was with the Brewers for 4 games this year. He is the ultimate gas can. Like if you ever said gas can, he's a gas can. Come on, man. Like who's not in play on the Doyers?
I mean, I put in my free article today that he's probably the worst pitcher in baseball. And it's probably true.
Him or Chichi? Who's better?
Give me Chichi all day over Urena.
All day. Wow.
All day. That's easy.
Chai
Chichi finds a way.
Hold on, try and think of someone else.
Sometimes.
No, Chichi Gonzalez has had he's burned me like 3 or 4 times. Urena's never burned me ever.
We're
Chichi's
talking
like
all
Kyle
this stuff,
Hendricks.
man. And Dodgers are about to get shut out. We know how this game goes.
It's right.
We know how this
There's
game
no fucking way they get shut out, dude. It's not happening.
How deep is Urena going to go, though? That's my question. How deep? How deep is he going to go?
How bad that Colorado bullpen is, too?
If he throws a no-hitter with how we're talking, I don't know. I'm getting nervous with these Dodgers now.
Not the title.
I will say, this is a perfect, I don't normally like to target bullpen games, at all. And the ownership on these guys are going to be 25+% on everybody in this lineup, top to bottom. You're going to have Jake Lamb at 2,300. That's going to be 20% on an 8-game slate. So, on 9-game slate. I'm probably going to be underweight on the Dodgers in this spot. Urena, Urena is really, really bad. But, man, I like these other spots, Houston, Atlanta. I like Baltimore, Texas. There's just other spots that I'm going to target on this slate. Freddie Freeman even, I looked at his BVP earlier. He's got some pretty insane – he's got 4 home runs off Urena. So, in 30
He faced him a lot too, didn't he? He faced him a lot when he was with the Marlins.
Yeah. He is probably the one guy that I'm scared of, afraid of the most. That's going to hurt me tonight if I take an underweight approach, which I most likely will. I'm not going to completely fade Dodgers. Obviously, that'd be ridiculous to do that, but I'm definitely going to be underweight here. I get the bullpen. I get Urena is really bad. But yeah, I just like those other spots. I definitely like Atlanta and Houston more. For sure.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense. Title, anything else you want to say?
I liked him more than 2 minutes ago, and we just kept shitting on him because we know how this show goes, man. But yeah, so Hilda says he's capped at 70 pitches tonight. That's good information, Hilda.
7?
70.
Yeah, he's got 1 batter, and then he's going to be out. 70.
He might be. If he pitches, he might get 1 through 7. 7 pitches off for home runs. He gets yanked.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Mookie Betts. So you look at it. Mookie Betts is still way too cheap on DraftKings since he returned. Max Muncy's still way too cheap on FanDuel. So they're uber chalk right there. Max Muncy's swinging a hot stick now. He found something. His unluckiness is finally starting to figure it out. These guys are going to be uber chalk. So how I look at it, we don't have a lineup out yet. The longer we don't have a lineup, the better it is. People don't like staying on their computer past lock. Hopefully that's the case. But just stack the bottom of the order, I guess. Cody Bellinger down there should be one of the lower owns. Gavin Lux, if he's in there, I like him at second base. Another day ending in Y. Jake Lamb, that's the thing, though. If he is in there, 2.3K, he's probably going to be uber chalk. So I'd probably skip that one. The thing is, at the end of the day, you have to know Mookie Betts, Jake Lamb. You have to know how you're constructing your Dodgers stacks to not play all the uber chalk. Like Freddie Freeman, he's not going to be nearly as popular probably as a Mookie or something like that. He's going to be popular for sure. He's 5K. It's the highest thing on the slate. But just try and mix in a couple of the lower-owned Dodgers if you are going that route. And then maybe pair them with a Braves that are going to be lower-owned or Baltimore or something like that. Just can't jam in all the chalk at the end of the day. So I'm going to take more of an underweight approach. I think there's other good stacks on the slate that can put up double-digit runs, but you can't just fade the Dodgers.
No, you can't just fade. I mean, a mini stack is, you can fade the Dodgers.
I mean, of course, it's baseball. Of course, you can fade the Dodgers. Yeah.
But
Marino went 89 pitches in his last start in AAA.
Yep. Now he gets to face a major league team. He's going to go 8.9 pitches. We just did bump his pitch count up from 7 to 8.9, though. So that's good, Gary.
The longer you keep talking about it, the more we see that goose egg on this.
Let me tell you right now, this happened yesterday. We laughed about it. Ha, ha, ha. That's it. Urania SP1. Title. That's it.
I mean, don't play him. None of us are making a case to play him. Just fading the Dodgers would be enough if you believe in all these jinxes on the show, which are definitely true.
Oh God. Okay. Where are we with the likes? Let's go. So 480 watching, 234 thumbs up. Let's get us to 250. I'll get you to plays of the day. Okay. We got a lot of stacks that we could do. So let's find our favorite stack, Gary. Is it Atlanta?
I'm gonna go with Houston as number 1, Atlanta number 2. I really like Houston tonight. I think they're gonna smash.
Even with that Altuve and Gurriel, there's still enough in there. Kyle Tucker's really turned into just a complete stud, hasn't he?
Oh, he's been. Yeah,
except when he's the SO play of the day.
He is. He's going to be the SO.
No, I said except when he is. Then he gets you a nice 5-piece, or he flies out to the warning track 10 times or whatever.
Oh God, Andrew Jensen's going 100% arena. Tell us how that happens tomorrow, okay? Let me know how that works out. You can't
tilt in the chat. If you're a member, do not be in Discord tilting if you're playing.
Just don't. He's obviously joking, but at the end of the day, playing no Dodgers would pretty much be playing Urania. Like, just don't do that.
No.
And I say, yeah, I mean, it's your money. No financial advice at the end of the day, but that's a high recommendation over here.
Hilda Brown saying Urania's capped at 70.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I know, but is it Broomhilda or just Hilda? I want to get to the bottom of the name because you don't hear about many Hildas. Like Broomhilda, that's a real German name. Stacks?
You can figure that out. Yeah. Stacks, I'm going with Houston number 1, Baltimore number 2. And if I need to add in a third, yeah, Dodgers would be too easy of a cop out. I will say, man, see, those two definitely stand out the most. I'll say the Yankees mini stack.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going Baltimore. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to give you my play of the day, and you guys got about a minute to get us over 250 likes. You're not getting Gary's play of the day. You're not getting Title's play of the day. Gary, by the way, what is the play of the day? It's the like the repeat. Groundhog. What is it? The hometown? What?
Groundhog.
Groundhog Day. Yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know how owned Cedric Mullins is going to be, but he's going bananas tonight. I already bet his over total bases. Just do it. He's locked in. It's been a slow first half for him, and now you're starting to see there is nobody in this game. And I'm serious. When you see this dude the second time, if you get him out the first time, he's getting on the second time. He's just amazing. He really is a lot of fun to watch. Cedric Mullins can be my play of the day. You got us to 255. Let's see if you can get to 300 by the end of these plays. Gary's groundhog play of the day.
Yeah, so I definitely like the Cedric Mullins call. He is definitely in contention to be in my main lineup. But I'm going to go to my Braves squad. I'm going to go at the catcher position. This guy, he's got like a 60% fly ball rate against right-handed pitching this year. He's been really awesome. Travis d'Arnaud is hitting the bomb today.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. Groundhog Day. How many times have you done Travis d'Arnaud this year?
Well, that's probably the first time.
Really? That's surprising. Yep. Okay. All right. It's play of the day.
Glad you went first, Holden, because mine's going to correlate a little bit. We talked him up a good amount. It's on Baltimore. Jorge Mateo in the 9-hole. Fill it out at shortstop. You get a nice little wrap around the start. Should be 2% owned. And then Cedric Mullins, everything you said about him, man, he is just so fun to watch. A complete stud. I mean, he's always on base anytime him and Luis Arias, anytime I turn on, if David Fletcher too was another one that used to be, I don't know what he's up to. He must be hurt. But anytime I turn on baseball, Mullins is on base, Fletcher is on base, and Arias is on base. So hopefully Mateo's on base too and isn't flying out to the warning track.
Yeah, I gotta find this bet that I made for Mullins too, because it's just too good. I just love the guy. It's gonna be wonderful. Okay, title. Let's talk about what people get on the site before we get out of here. Tell us about the MMA content, because that's still going on. PGA, MLB, MMA, the three big things going on right now.
Well, you will see after when we get off this show in 20 minutes, we will have the premium show as we have every single day for MLB. Yesterday, I turned it on quick. There's like a 6-man booth or something in there.
What?
Who? Big T, JSU, C-Dome, DC. I mean, everyone was there yesterday in the live show. So you never know whose face is going to pop up. Always a good time. You usually are hosting those shows, always entertaining. It's not just baseball for a straight hour like it usually is on this show. It's just an entertainment. People love it. Hop in the live show chat, interact, get all your questions answered. Cash chart, if you play cash games, even if you don't, you can see where the chalk is. Hoopman Go, myself are always on that. Got all the core plays every single day. The free and premium articles that Gary, Glock, I think Boynton does some, AP, the playbooks that they're always on as well. So, I mean, so much content. Big T is doing his player pool for MLB now. His core is always on that. So much MLB content. As far as MMA, still a little hurtful, sore subject. It was a good day for a lot of members. The queue, we had 5 people or 4 people in the queue. None of us advanced, very hurtful. But hey, it is what it is. It's part of DFS. Golf, there's always big stuff going on for golf. I think they already did the show today. Maybe it's tonight, but I believe they already did it. Big prize pools. It locks tomorrow morning as always. Golf's one of the biggest sports we have over here. So many sports, one price. Wimbledon's going on, you name it. All the sports. Members are very knowledgeable. Always fun talking in the Discord. So yeah, I think you'll enjoy it for sure.
Love it. Gary, yeah, don't say, look at this guy. Who's the jabroni? The guy in the middle slurps the Braves and then picks Houston as his favorite stack. What the fuck? I mean, just because he likes them doesn't mean that he doesn't think Houston's going to be better. Don't talk shit about Gary. Gary will fuck you up. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with Gary.
No, he's in one of the services. He's a big guy. He's got tattoos.
Very hurtful. Well, actually, I just retired, so no
hey,
longer,
congratulations on your retirement.
Yeah. Thanks.
Congrats, Gary. We're happy.
Yeah, Duke 2410 seems. I mean, he's what is he trying to impersonate? Somebody else here, or what's going on there?
I don't know.
Duke 2410. I mean, come on, man. Be a little more.
People are saying nice things about me too. So somebody I blocked must have said something mean, because that doesn't normally happen. Okay, wonderful to see everybody today. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. That was terrific. Don't forget, we got the premium show coming up next. I miss doing a premium show, but I'll say this: it's been a lot of fun getting a chance to work with Title again. Title, you on tomorrow?
Yes, I am. It's a nice little break from hosting. I mean, I love hosting and all that, but it's a different seat being in the analysis seat. So I always love having you on here. Holden.
Easy. It's Gary. When am I going to see you again, man?
I mean, I'm on Wednesdays unless I'm a pinch hitter somewhere else. So.
Okay.
And he's a pinch hitter. Gary is the best pinch hitter of all time. He is
Gary.
You see him on these shows all the time.
Gary. He is Gary the GOAT. Damn straight. Okay, guys, let's get out of here. Title, wonderful to see you.
Likewise.
Very wonderful to see you. Oh, and you know what? I got one more thing to read. Let me go find this. If Simon sent me because best ball, a lot of people are playing best.
Run Pier gets you a matching deposit up to $100. Head over to Underdog. Run Pier. Best ball season's going on. It's a fun time. I'm always.
They don't call him the best host in the biz for nothing. Simon, get us out of here.
Good luck.